First up, the Barons War.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
why do you keep showing me this?
Jerry.
Have I not made it clear enough? I'm not
look at this stuff.
it.
Look at this
Jerry,
stuff.
Look at it.
Look at this. Ben, I'll let you talk about it first, mate.
Oh, yes, I'll give you the little brief overview. So this is from Andy Hobday and Paul Hicks, or Hobday and Hicks, I like to call them, the detective duo who are going through the medieval period, selling us miniatures. That's how they do things. But this is a range of 28mm miniatures for use in the First Barons' War between 1215 and 17. However, they could be used for the second one if you liked. And also you could take them beyond into the Crusades and stuff if you wanted as well. The focus is on bringing together a whole awesome mass of stuff. So you've got some infantry in there, you've got cavalry, you've got your knights all sort of armored up and stuff like that. You've got command figures and some of the main characters from that sort of period of history as well. And they've even unlocked some extra bits and pieces as things have gone on through stretch goals, like a massive trebuchet siege engine and all kinds of bits and pieces too. So yeah, this was looking very, very cool. They have said that these have been made with a lot of different games in mind, so you might imagine things like Saga and that kind of thing are sort of forefront of the mind when it comes to these, especially when you think back to what Footsore have done in the past for their other different things like the Viking Age and that kind of stuff too. But they have also said that if the demand is grand enough, then Andy Hobday himself may sit down and write himself a little bit of a rules pack to go along with this in the future. We shall see. But yes, very, very cool. And I know that this one has got Jerry very, very excited as well.
I'm not backing it.
You can be excited and not back it.
Robert, you can stop linking stuff to me as well.
Keep scrolling. There's more of it.
That one. I don't care. You can't make me watch. Although I did see today that Footsore have already, because it's funded, they've already gone ahead and started making the molds so they can get it out as quickly as possible post Kickstarter. So.
Look at the Mounted Knights.
I'm not looking at the Mounted Knights.
Well, no, you can't because they're not unlocked just yet. Jerry, you need to help them unlock those.
I don't care.
I actually did. I was clicking through and I was like, oh, sign up with Facebook and stuff. And I was on my way through and I was like, how much do you want it back? And I was like,
See,
and then I remembered, as much as
I find myself backing more like video games these days than miniatures games.
Right.
I don't know why.
That's useful to us.
They draw me in a lot more.
You're wrong.
Going back up, because this is funded.
Oh, yeah.
It's very funded.
With 8 days left to go. Now, we've been watching this stuff. We've been trying to ignore this stuff on Facebook. I have more to the point, Jerry. Jerry, look at this. Stop it, Lloyd. Stop it. Jerry, look at that. Stop it, Lloyd.
Not looking at this.
What are we at, funding-wise?
Funding currently is 30,000.
Oh, it's gone up.
£104.
Yeah.
So they only need another 4 or 5 grand.
£6 grand.
£6 grand for the next.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking. No.
Look. Oh, it went.
That's an alternate knight sculpt. They already have knights. I'm just throwing it in there. Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool.
I'm like looking at it going, this bloody exciting stuff, because I love these particular, like I've been looking at Aventine and I've been looking at Claymore Casting, and then these guys come out and it all tickles my boat. See, between, isn't Aventine miniatures recently?
Antediluvian. Aventine are the guys in Bangor who do the Ancients.
All right.
Which you shouldn't look at either, not the resin elephants.
Who was it that we recently put up stuff then this week?
Antediluvian. They're doing more War of the Bruces stuff, which all fits.
That all fits, and then the Claymore guys, because I'm looking at it going, like, if you're not going to play the Barons War, you've got yourself an epic flipping fantasy army here. Or Crusades.
Crescent and Cross.
Or you could throw them into Northern Ireland. Because you could take the antediluvian stuff with the Scots and do the invasion of Ireland, where the Robert the Bruce's brother got sent to invade Ireland, and then they arrived and went, we're going to take it back from the Normans for you Irish, and we're going to be a big Celtic nation. And then half the guys in Northern Ireland went, who are you? No, you're not. So the O'Neills rebelled against the Scots who'd come in on behalf of some of the other Irish lords who'd invited them to help drive out the English, and just ended up murdering the Scottish army.
This is
cool.
Amazing.
And I'm not backing that either. Stop it.
Miniatures wise though, like bring up the miniatures. Like, can we use the miniatures for both sides, or do we need slightly different flavour for both sides?
Well, the antediluvian stuff you were talking about is spot on for the Scots side, although some of these would work for the nobility. Because they're the right period and the right sort of armor, and then these would be just these are already nailed down for the Norman English faction in the Peel in Dublin.
So if I want to rock an army out of Carrickfergus Castle, am I doing this or something different?
Oh yeah. No, this would be the defenders of Carrickfergus, but Carrickfergus got taken quite quickly by the Bruce. Yeah. So it became the northeast became their base of operations as they tried to range out into the rest, going further west and the south, and then they ran into problems laterally. But yeah, so either of these would be fine.
I do find it interesting that all the top end pledges on this Kickstarter are gone.
Well, that was because they had masters made in resin, and they went, "Here are the masters for our new Kickstarter." And people went, "Oh, can I buy them in resin? Are they going to be in resin?" And they went, "No, these are the masters, but I really want them in resin." So they went, "Right, we'll do 10 sets in resin," and they went, "Okay."
Well, if I scroll up here,
the resin sets went double quick, and then they had a few people going, "Oh, could people sculpt me things?" And they went, "All right, well, we'll do a few then. Paul Hicks will sculpt you in if you want."
There's 2 of those.
Yeah.
For the Prince Louis one.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 for the King John.
Yeah.
Which is more getting sculpted in.
Yeah.
And then you have 30 of them.
Which are all gone.
Oh, they had 30 resin.
Yeah.
I thought they only had 10. Anyway, yeah.
Which are all gone.
Yep.
So
I'd be perfectly happy
in
the metal.
I'm fairly certain Andy Zek is one of the resin ones because he doesn't like working in metal, but wanted these.
Yeah.
So,
what's his beef with metal?
I don't know. He's weird like that. It's something to do with being a dentist and liking to attack people. And it's all about the pain. I don't know. So it's difficult to know with Andy. It's best not to ask.
Yeah.
No, I just have images of him in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. Exactly like that. That is how he prepares his miniatures if they're in metal. He's a vicious, vicious man.
Can we use these for like Teutonic type period stuff then as well, can we?
Some of them certainly have, depending on the equipment they're armed with rather than armed with. Yeah. No.
Oh, no, too fast. Let's see the coloured ones.
Yeah. The coloured ones. So, yeah, the helmets and that sort of thing are very distinct. So, sort of late 13th century kind of thing.
Could you use them for Edward against the Scots, though?
Could, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, I mean, they'd be perfect for that. And then at that point, then you pull out the Claymore and antediluvian stuff for the Scots.
Yeah.
And you're sort of, he has some nice Claymore, some nice English stuff. Sorry.
It's one of the cool things that I really like about what we're seeing from Hobday and Hicks here with this Kickstarter, and we're seeing a lot of other people doing the same thing, as you say, and the Diluvian, is that we had like this massive phase where everyone was super excited about Vikings and the Dark Ages. Then there's been sort of a move towards ancients, and I really hope that now we're going to get back into like a period, like a pocket of time where we're looking at that sort of medieval Europe and specifically around Britain period. Because I'd love to. I mean, we fought so many bloody wars against each other within our own country that it makes sense to cover that in some kind of miniature format, doesn't it? Really,
that is very true. I mean, the fact that even with the likes of the Dark Age Irish, you can get away with using those in this period. Because they hadn't really changed.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I mean, the Cairns were still more or less rocking about the place, either buck naked or in big flowing saffron robes. They were, big fans of it. But yeah, you can just expand this. And like you were saying, you've got the Crusade periods. Some of the people in the Barons' War went on to fight the Barons' Crusade as well, which was like the second or third most successful crusade they had. They even retook Jerusalem for like that amount of time.
Until
that long.
Is it before or after what's his name turns up? Orlando Bloom.
Oh, no, it's well after Orlando was there. Orlando Bloom had already ruined Jerusalem. They brought it back after Orlando had given it away. So well done, these people in that Kickstarter. I'm not backing, Andy, just in case you're watching. I'm not.
It's not for a lack of love.
It's okay, Jerry.
It's just a lack of time. It's a lack of time. I'd be all over that like a rash.
Yeah.
But it's a lack of time.
Like a cheap
suit. How long until you have time? It's still running for another 8 days. Can you get free time within the next 8 days?
Not time to back it.
Yeah, I can back that as we're talking here under the table.
I was literally looking at it earlier.
That's just me backing away. Backing and backing.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Look at those excited eyes.
Yeah.